Alright, hello everyone, and good morning. Today is Monday, July 28th at 9:07 a.m. And this is a weather outbreak. Could be a tornado outbreak, you never know. But, we got a, we'll work our way up. We got a marginal that encompasses parts of Nebraska, parts of Montana, parts of North Dakota, parts of South Dakota, parts of Wisconsin, parts of Illinois, parts of Missouri, and parts of Iowa. And we have a slight risk that encompasses parts of Nebraska, parts of South Dakota, parts of North Dakota, parts of Montana, parts of Minnesota, parts of Wisconsin, parts of Iowa, and that's pretty much it. And we have an enhanced risk for parts of Iowa, parts of Minnesota, parts of South Dakota, parts of North Dakota, and a teeny tiny part of Nebraska. And we got a marginal risk. This could be another super outbreak for East Central South Dakota. And wait, is it? Well, I mean, it's kind of. Let's just say North. East Central South Dakota. East Central South Dakota, and in West Central Minnesota. And the marginal today encompasses Madison, Wisconsin, Rockford, Illinois, Davenport, Iowa, Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Janesville, Wisconsin. The slight risk today encompasses Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, Des Moines, Iowa, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Billings, Montana. The enhanced risk today encompasses Sioux City Falls, South Dakota, Lakeville, Montana, Minnesota, Mankato, Minnesota, Shakopee, Minnesota, Mason City, Iowa, and a moderate risk for Aberdeen, South Dakota, Watertown, South Dakota, Brookings, South Dakota, Marshall, Minnesota, and Huron, South Dakota. And if you are in the marginal risk, enhanced risk, and slight risk, well, mostly moderate, but you need to have a way to receive those warnings. If you have a weather radio and you live over there, and you have a weather radio, you're going to receive a lot of alerts, because I have a feeling this moderate risk will be insane. And it's 4 out of 5. It goes on the category Outlook Legend. Number 1, marginal. Number 2, slight. Number 3, enhanced. Number 4, moderate. And number 5, high. And I wouldn't be surprised if a high risk is issued in that moderate. And if you need to be safe in that, you could see EF1 to EF3 tornado in that moderate. Well, actually, speaking of that, we got the tornado risk today, and I'm actually very surprised to see this. We got a 10% for parts of Iowa, parts of Nebraska, parts of South Dakota, parts of North Dakota, parts of Minnesota, and a teeny tiny part of Wisconsin. And we got 5% for East Central South Dakota and Southeastern Minnesota. And I don't know how. This thing goes up to 2%, 5%, 10, 15, 30, 45, 60, insignificant. Significant is like 60 enhanced. So it's like 60 times 10. So it's like 70, something like that. I can't do math. But, the 2% today encompasses Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, Rochester, Minnesota, Bloomington, Minnesota, and Plymouth, Minnesota. The 5% today encompasses Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Aberdeen, South Dakota, Watertown, South Dakota, and Brookings, South Dakota. And, also Mitchell, South Dakota, too. And even a 5% is pretty high for tornadoes, because the 2%, it's like, because, like, yeah, see, as you can see, hashed area 10% greater with a probability of EF2 or EF5 tornadoes within a 25 mile of a point. So there could be EF2 to EF4 tornado out of this storm. Now I want to switch to EF5 out of this, so nothing to be worried about tornadoes. Well, there is actually, because it's a 5%. I don't know how they're at 10%, but it's what the SPC. Oh my gosh, dude. It's what the SPC does. But yep, that is that is the tornado risk, wind risk today. Oh my gosh, dude. You got 5% for which encompasses Colorado, parts of Colorado, parts of Nebraska, parts of Montana, parts of Wyoming, parts of North Dakota, parts of Minnesota, parts of Wisconsin, parts of Missouri, and parts of Iowa, and parts of Illinois. Sorry, my jaw is like locked. The 15, well, and also a 15% for parts of Montana, parts of South Dakota, parts of North Dakota, parts of Minnesota, parts of Wisconsin, parts of Iowa, and a teeny tiny part of Illinois. The 30% chance for strong winds for parts of Iowa, parts of South Dakota, parts of North Dakota, and parts of Minnesota. Oh, and parts of Nebraska, a teeny tiny part of Nebraska, and a big severe or hatched for 45%. I forgot to do. Okay, the 45% also for parts of. Well, we can just say East Central South Dakota and West Central Minnesota. We can say that. And a big severe or hatched for. Oh, it's the same thing as a 30%. It's just 30. Okay, so in case y'all didn't know, well, I don't know what I'm saying. What am I saying at this point? Okay, so if y'all don't know what a hatched is, it's like 40. Okay, this thing is 45, and then a big severe or hatched, 45 times 10. So it's like 55% for damaging wind gusts. And the 5% today encompasses Madison, Wisconsin, Rockford, Illinois, Davenport, Iowa, Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and Janesville, Wisconsin. The 15% today encompasses Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, Des Moines, Iowa, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and Billings, Montana. 30% today encompasses Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Lakeville, Minnesota, Mankato, Minnesota, and Chicopee, Minnesota, and Manson City, Iowa. The 45% today encompasses Aberdeen, South Dakota, Watertown, South Dakota, Brookings, South Dakota, Marginal, Minnesota, and Huron, South Dakota. The big severe or hatched Sioux City, South Dakota, and Perry, Minnesota, Lakeville, Minnesota, Mankato, Minnesota, and Chicopee, Minnesota. And it's so sad seeing these numbers, area population. It's so sad seeing these numbers so high. All this is bad. The 15% of damaging wind gusts above is very, very bad, especially if it's big, severe, or hatched. Area population 2 million. That is so sad to see. Anyway, the hail today, only a little bit, only it's not a little baby percent, but 5% for parts of Montana, parts of South Dakota, parts of Nebraska, parts of South Dakota, parts of Minneapolis, and parts of North Dakota. I'm pretty sure I said South Dakota twice, but and I bet this 5% encompasses parts of Canada, but the National Service don't cover that. Environmental Canada does so. And we have a 15% for parts of Nebraska, parts of Iowa, parts of Minnesota, parts of South Dakota, parts of North Dakota, parts of Montana. The 5% today encompasses, Rochester, Minnesota, Sioux City, Iowa, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, Woodbury, Minnesota, and Maplewood, Minnesota. The 15% today encompasses Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, Sioux City Falls, South Dakota, Billings, Montana, and Fargo, North Dakota. But yeah, that is today's outlook. Oh my gosh, dude, you got a glitch on me. There we go. But look at this moderate risk. This is super bad. There could be a tornado outbreak if the tornado risk upgrades to a 10 or 15%. Excuse me. But I'll let you go over it. This is today's outlook. The tornado risk today. Yep, do that again, Butchie. Come on. Tornado risk today. wind risk today. Come on, Don. Come on, SPC. Okay, well, anyway, the wind risk today. Sorry you can't see this. All it's saying is just moderate. Yes. Reload. I am talking about this. SPC. There we go. The wind. Come on. I'm getting very frustrated at this thing. Tornado risk today. Come on, just load. Oh my gosh, dude. Alright, the tornado risk today. Wind risk today. I'll let you take a second to see if you're in that. Okay. Hail risk today, excuse me. Okay, well, that is today's outlook. I hope you do stay safe and stay weather aware. And okay, well, I hope you do stay safe and stay weather aware. Even if you're in the slight risk, can produce severe weather and also marginals. But if you're in the moderate or enhanced, you're going to see one heck of a day today. And hopefully this event is at night. If it's at night, then we're gonna be in big trouble. But also I'll be going live to track down the severe weather, and I hope you do stay safe and stay weather aware. And I'll see you all later.